know how the electric arcs are structured from the inside. So just a little glimpse of what's going on here. So what you have is at the main point is the battery, which is actually your gasoline tank. So it stores all of your energy that you can use to power the wheels or power all of the other systems in the car. So this goes to the power distribution unit that sends energy to different, and then it goes to the motor controller, which controls the motors. So battery provides direct current, while the motors are driven by AC current because they are much more efficient on AC current than on DC current. In case of a concept one, then you have 4 inverters and 4 motors driving it. This main battery is high voltage battery that provides energy at 700 volts and can have output about 1.5 thousand amps. And on that part of the system, you also have big consumers of energy, and those are climatization systems like heaters and air conditioning. On the other side of the system, you have a traditional setup. You have a DC-DC converter that fills your main battery, 12 voltage battery accumulator of the car, and then you have all of other systems that control functionalities of the car. So be it vehicle control unit, different body control units that control functions of the car, functions of the opening the door, closing the door, opening windows, controlling the cooling systems, and so on. So basically, when starting a project, you start with this kind of a diagram that shows what kind of a systems you will have in a car. And after that, you do some design and try to squeeze all of the pieces into the vehicle. So at first, you think that you have a lot of space to use, but when all of the components you start putting in, you end up with a real problem of finding the right place where the particular component should be. So these are the insights of the Concept 1 car, where you can see a lot of things going on. So you, for example, here see the rear motors. You see the power that is going into them. So the orange are power cables. You then see the blue cables that are cooling systems and different electronics, fuse boxes, suspension, and so on, the things that make an electric vehicle. So during the design of the Concept 1 car, its unique feature is that it has 4 motors, and each motor that drives each wheel. So one motor, one wheel, and this allows us to do incredible things. So in a traditional car, the type of differential that you have defines what type of the car. But in the case of the Concept 1, actually the differential is in software. So this can be changed at a glimpse. So at one moment we can be a super sport beast, and another moment we can be a standard cruising vehicle that just glides through the streets. And so we are pushing this system forward and using it to get out of the motors every drop of power that we can. So for example, one of the main features of the torque vectoring is getting the car out of the curve as fast as possible. So for example, here you can see an image of a blue line that shows how the car goes into the corner with torque vectoring enabled, and the yellow one that would be a traditional car without torque vectoring. But why is that? Is that So you can see that the car is doing a right corner. On the right corner, left wheels need to do a longer path than the right wheels. So what we do with the torque vectoring system is that we push less power into the right motors, but more power into the left motor, so the car can be straightened out as soon as possible, and so that you can fastly get into the straight line and get into the acceleration as soon as possible. So the last year we made a car that really proved the potential of our powertrain. It proved to us that the powertrain is doing as we designed it to do. So Japanese racer Monster Tojimo came to us a year and a half ago, and he asked us to do a car for him that would go to a Pikes Peak race. So the race is in Colorado. And it's a hill climb race. So you have a 20-minute race up to a hill. That's, I don't know, I'm not sure, about 2 kilometers air change, so level change. So we designed the car that should do that race, and just created it for that race. And we spent three months doing it. So, of course, every project has strict deadlines and usually don't have enough time that you would want. But we were able to do it in 3 months. So the Tojimo car has the same powertrain as the Concept 1. And it can reach even better performance than the Concept 1 because of there are less space constraints, and better cooling can be achieved using the car. But what I would like to show you through this example is the behavior of the torque vectoring system, how it enables the car to go fast, but also enables the car to be stable on the track. So we had one accident on the race. The problem was that the brakes failed for the driver at the 1/3 of the race, and you will now see how this happened and how the car enabled a driver to easily stabilize the car and continue the race. So it was a bad thing that the brakes failed, but thankfully we had a driver that was crazy and did finish the race without them. So you will see what he does. So here on the image, you can see this still from the video that I will play after. So here you can see throttle position, and here down you will see a brake position, how he's using brake and the throttle. Here you can see torque on each wheel, so how much each wheel is pushing. And best thing is to observe this part to see how differently this power is distributed between wheels and how the system is trying to stabilize the car. And you then see some basic information like steering angle and the G-forces, this red dot. So you will see him finding out that by using the brake, the car destabilizes. So when the brakes failed, how the car was behaving, that when he would press the brake, it would be the same if you would tighten the parking brake. So not a good thing. So let me play the video. So
what's the gauge on the left-hand side?
The left-hand side. So this is probably the speed, and this is probably the RPM. I think so. I'm not sure, but it seems like that. So this is it, and it will be played one more time. I would try to find a moment where the torque vectoring effect is visible the most. So you can see at this point, the car is braking only on the right side, and the left side it's keeping it completely still and compensating the behavior of the brakes that it's producing. And so I weren't able to stop it in the right moment. So in a couple of moments you see that a few wheels are braking while few wheels are pushing forward. So system is doing everything to stabilize it. So one of the functionality of the car that was really important for us is the infotainment system that we put in. And we wanted to do a futuristic car, and the infotainment is really important for that. So what we found in the hypercar sector was nothing that was good for us for the car. So we started from scratch and developing a new system. So we ended with a thing that you can find, you can see downstairs, the demo of the system. So we developed the cluster display and the central display, the infotainment display, by ourselves in the company, and that was built using Qt. So with Qt, we had a lot of flexibility to iterate and to design the system just as we wanted. So it was really nice experience to do development on that platform. So we do not end our vehicle technology in the vehicle, but we also do the telemetry systems. So all of our cars are connected to the internet, and then they send telemetry information to our servers that then store and analyze this data. But what this allows us is that we also send this data back to the customer again. So for that, we develop mobile applications, again using Qt, that allow the owner of the car to analyze the data, to take control of the car. For example, turning on and off the climate control, lowering and raising windows. So you can imagine waking up in the morning and going to work, and it's cold outside. So what you would do, you bring out your phone, just click on a button, and the car comes alive and turns on your climate control. But as a small manufacturer, the most important thing about this system is the data that we gather that helps us diagnose problems of the car before they happen. So with this system, we can predict if something will fail of the car. So we analyze data as we gather more and more. We can find the patterns before some component breaks. So this allows us to send the crew out to the customer before the problem arises. So to not take more of your time, because I know that you will be eager going to our next presentation, I will finish it up now and give it a few moments for the questions. Yep.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for this. Thanks for this interesting talk. I've seen on one slide there was like this map from the Nürburgring. Actually, did you do some test drives there, and did you set a lap time?
Map of a
I think that
Nürburgring?
was on the third slide, maybe directly after.
Yeah, I don't think so. So.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, the designers put it in. So I cannot talk too much about it.
Okay.
So that will be my answer. So something in the future could happen.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. Where did you store the battery in the car?
Where did we store the battery?
Yeah.
So it's a two-seater, and you have a battery going through the car and and also behind the driver and co-driver. So it's like a T-shaped battery.
Do you know if your vehicle will be featured on the Grand Tour, the new? Do you know if your vehicle will be featured on the Grand Tour, which is the new Top Gear light show, or on Top Gear?
So we few months ago we started with first newspapers to do the reviews. I don't know what the idea was. Our marketing is to do the next thing. So we started now with those drag races. If you saw online, so we competed the car with LaFerrari and Porsche 918, which are currently using. Those combined with the P1 are currently known as Holy Trinity, as the fastest cars available. So let me say it like this. I will not say who won, but I'm smiling. Yeah, Google it. You can Google it up and see it there.
Well, thank you, Goran, for the interesting presentation. I'm the bad guy. I'm the time cop today. So
Yeah.
I want to thank you again. We've got a book for you that we want to give you to show our appreciation for the presentation, and I want to thank everybody for attending. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you much.